All right, welcome back and good morning. It is Wednesday. Is it Wednesday? All right, it's Wednesday already. What happened to Monday? I don't even remember Monday. What happened? Good. Week going by fast. Now the members of the channel, I believe I shared some information with you last night. Every time I come home from work and I start talking, the next morning I can't remember what I was talking about. But I think I may have mentioned that an intruder came into our job yesterday. It was the craziest thing in the world. And that sort of slowed my day down. I got home. And I don't know what brought me to this video. I don't remember how exactly I found it, but I found it. And I watched it and I was wondering, like, how did I miss it? Because it was uploaded around the same time that those other videos were uploaded. I did a response to, I don't know, 5 or 6 of these Good Morning Britain interviews. Sort of like specials. At least here in the United States, when you take 6, 8, 11 minutes, this one almost 12 minutes, to talk about one thing, that's considered a special. At least that's the way I understand it. But I watched this woman on here, and this was one of the worst. This was the worst that I've ever seen. Primarily because she attempted to sit on camera with it. She wanted to make a point. She wanted to prove that these hideous mutants are misunderstood. And I feel like it was a huge failure because it revealed how deranged these things are. And that, I think, is the point. That's the whole point. The center of this debate is the fact that this thing is extremely deranged. Is extremely unlike human beings. That's the problem. On top of it being deadly, huge, powerful, able to kill adults. Yeah, the combination of those two factors is the problem. They don't really get around to it, but listen to this.
The owner of an American bully in the US, which has hundreds of descendants here in the UK, has said that she is outraged at Rishi Sunak's proposal to ban the breed. This is Mr. Goodbar, the XL bully who's renowned for his size and appearance.
First of all, look at this woman's face. Maybe it's just me. She has a look in her eyes that these two don't have. Am I the only one seeing that? And I'm seeing this with a lot of these nutters. It's usually the pit nutters, where they have this soulless appearance in their eyes. It's like their spirit has left their body. Okay, now watch again.
Breed. This is Mr. Goodbar, the XL bully who's renowned for his size and appearance, with his offspring living all around the world.
The breed which the Prime Minister...
Another thing. What I want y'all to keep in mind, keep mindful as you watch this, keep in mind all the things they say about dogs, how they help relax you, right? They help to soothe your nerves, help to ease anxiety. Ask yourself if that dog is helping to keep her calm. Ask yourself, do you believe she's calm or relaxed at all?
Living all around the world.
The breed which the Prime Minister declared a danger to our communities is responsible for 70% of fatal dog attacks in the UK in the last year, despite only making up 1% of the UK dog population.
Well, Catherine Sabra is live from LA with Mr. Goodbar there, and...
Notice how she keeps looking at it. She keeps looking at it as if to say, oh my God, please don't flip out on camera. And this is very funny to me, that they're very nervous on camera, even though most likely that dog has drugs in his system. She gave it a couple pills. They always do this when they plan on bringing a bully breed on camera for the news. They'll drug it up to keep it calm. The same thing they do with these therapy dogs when they bring them into schools and hospitals across the country.
Well, Catherine Sabra is live from LA with Mr. Goodbar there.
Catherine Sarbar. I was looking for her name. Okay? And I want to look her up.
Making up 1% of the UK dog population.
Well, Catherine Sabra.
Okay, now I'm pretty sure I'm not going to spell her name correctly. Give me a second here. I just want to pull up another screen.
Is live from LA with Mr. Goodbar there, and Dr. Lawrence Newport is here in the studio in London. He has spearheaded the campaign to ban the breed in the UK, which has been a successful campaign. But Catherine, let me come to you. If, as you would contend, it's the owners and not the breed that's the problem, then why are these dogs responsible in our country for 70% of fatal attacks, despite, as Susanna said, only making up 1% of the canine population?
Well, I think these dogs have grown a lot in popularity, especially since COVID. There was 3.2 million pets that came in during COVID.
Now, let's stop here. Y'all heard the question and you hear the answer. They said these dogs, these XL bullies, make up 1% of the total dog population, yet account for 70% of fatalities. That was the question. And you heard her answer. The same old debunked, tired response that even though they only make up 1% of the dog population, she's saying that they rose in popularity faster than other breeds. Something else that they have not proved yet. Okay? But even if that is true, that's no excuse. If it's still 1% of the total dog population, then the problem remains. It's irrelevant that it rose in popularity faster than other breeds. It's still 1% of the total dog population. So I don't know why these trainers haven't figured out that that's a horrible response, horrible talking point. Stop saying it. But because they have nothing, they can't let go of it. No matter how much of a failed argument it is, they have to keep using it because they have nothing else.
Well, I think these dogs have grown a lot in popularity, especially since COVID. There was 3.2 million pets that came in during COVID. And a lot of these dogs were, unfortunately, went to all different homes.
What is she doing? And why is she always doing something to it and acting all jittery and nervous? She's terrified.
And at the end of the day...
And look at this. Look at how she keeps doing that. She keeps doing this. She's trying to calm it down. Putting her hand over its eyes and its mouth. This is crazy.
During COVID. And a lot of these dogs were, unfortunately, went to all different homes. And at the end of the day, during COVID, they couldn't be socialized, they couldn't walk, they couldn't do other things like that. And sorry.
Now, does this look like a pleasant experience to y'all? There's nothing pleasant. And exactly what's going on here? What is this dog even doing? Is there a purpose behind all of this? What is it doing exactly? These nutters, boy, they always fidgeting around with their dumb, deranged dog. And they're always on edge and losing their flipping mind. Just crazy as all get up.
Fortunately,
Look at her. Look at her. Flipping lunatic. Just sitting there trying to sit there with a dog. Sit there with this mutant is a challenge. Nobody want to bend over backwards and go through all of this. This is why people don't like dogs. Like deranged, brain damaged mutants.
That came in during COVID. And a lot of these dogs were, unfortunately, went to all different homes. And at the end of the day, during COVID, they couldn't be socialized, they couldn't walk, they couldn't do other things like that. And sorry, he's being very playful. But at the end of the day, can you hear me still?
Yes, hear you perfectly.
At the end of the day,
Look at her hands. What is that? Why is she doing that? Look at her right hand. Why is she doing that? Now, I don't know. Listen, I ain't no trainer. So I don't know. Maybe this helps to calm the dog down. Does it help to calm dogs down when you put your hands over their eyes? Because I would think that would annoy anything with eyes. You putting something over my eyes, I'm going to move away. Like, what is she doing this for? Is this her expert training that we're witnessing here? Her expertise?
And sorry, he's being very playful. But at the end of the day, can you hear me still?
Yes, hear you perfectly.
At the end of the day, Oh, okay. Sorry, because he's playing around with me. At the end of the day, I think that obviously the dogs are going in the wrong hands of the people. And it's hard for me to really comment on the specific breeds because a lot of what I've seen in the media don't look like these dogs. They don't look like this dog. But I'm not here.
Look at how nervous. Look at how up and on. Do y'all think her anxiety levels are low right now? And understand, this is her dog. And when they conducted that study, when they claimed to have discovered that dogs help to reduce anxiety and all this, they conducted a study on the people with their own personal dogs. Point being that your own personal dog is most likely to help reduce anxiety and help you calm down if it's your personal dog. But they also claim that even if it's not your dog, it will help calm you down. So this is the worst example for them. This is a huge failure. And again, what is this deranged mutant doing?
Here to discuss these dogs that are doing attacks. I'm here to discuss the American bully that I know that in 10 years of breeding, I've never personally had one of them attack me or seen any of them attack a person.
Okay, now, so this is basically her whole argument is that they shouldn't be banned because she has personally never seen them attack, which is something I don't believe at all. She claims to have been a dog trainer and a breeder for over 10 years. You've seen a fight. You've seen these things either go at each other or at somebody, and you're just sitting here lying. Now, why am I saying that? It's because she sits on this show and lies as well. She sits on this show and she tells more lies. Now, this interview gets a lot worse.
It's huge. Your dog is absolutely massive. I mean, even as I watch you playing around with him, I think, you know, you clearly have brought him up, care for him. I'm not disputing that. But if he decided to turn on you, you wouldn't have a chance.
Isn't that a good question? Isn't that a good thing to say, to lay onto this type of person? A very petite female with a bully XL. Okay, I thought that was a pretty good thing to say, and to leave it there the way that she did. Like, hey, I know you trust that hideous mutant, but if it turns on you, there's nothing you can do. It's a wrap. There's nothing you can do. You cannot neutralize this thing. So why are you taking that type of chance? Is basically the question.
To turn on you, you wouldn't have a chance.
He's 100% not going to. 100% not going to. If I thought that these dogs, after 10 years of dealing with them, were going to turn on people, I wouldn't do what I do.
So you heard what she said. She said it's 100% not going to. Now, this is what I've been talking about. I've been charging these people with being deranged and illogical, unreasonable. And that's a good example of what I'm talking about. She has no idea what that thing's going to do. And she knows it. And we all know it. And the people who've been attacked have been people who said the exact same thing that she's sitting here saying. I've never seen it behave aggressive. I've never been attacked, blah, 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 blah. But she thinks she's special. Okay? Yeah, all right. Now, let's continue.
If I thought that these dogs were a teeny bit dangerous to people, my mom, who's 75 years old, wouldn't have one of these dogs.
Her 75-year-old mother has one. She said if she thought it was a teeny bit dangerous. So in her estimation, these things are not even a teeny bit dangerous. And understand, now she's talking about all of the bully XLs. She's no longer just talking about her own personal dog. which is what she should have restricted it to. Like, hey, I don't know how these other dogs behave, but mine has never attacked me. And that's, like I said, that's always their only argument. Well, I've never been attacked. I've never had mine attacked. Okay, I didn't ask you about that. I asked you to address the ones that have attacked. Okay, yours hasn't attacked you yet. Good for you. Now, we got thousands of other attacks that took place there in the UK. And that's what we're talking about. These things making up 1% of the total dog population, yet accounting for, what they say, over 70% of fatalities. So this is my point. They skate around that question. They never deal with direct questions at all.
A teeny bit dangerous.
And if that thing attacked her, we all know, and that's why they asked her this question. Because we all know that if that thing turns on her, it's a wrap. There's nothing she can do to stop it. And she responded by saying, hey, my grandmother is sacrificing her life for a Bully XL too. Her 75-year-old grandmother cooped up in the house one of these things. Now that thing launched an attack on her, she gonna be just as helpless as her daughter.
To people, my mom, who's 75 years old, wouldn't have one of these dogs.
Do you know what? That's exactly...
These dogs have never turned on me.
That's exactly what the owners of these dogs in this country said until the day that the dog did turn. Whether it turned on them, and it's usually on the families. It's not usually on strangers out and about. It's usually on a family member, and it can happen like that. And you know that. I mean, you know that we're not making this up. These dogs, I mean, you have...
People... Tell me this ain't. Look at this woman. Goodness. Now he's asking a good question. So as you watch her fidget around with this mutt, also listen to what he's saying. It's a pretty good statement.
Usually on strangers out and about. It's usually on a family member, and it can happen like that. And you know that. I mean, you know that we're not making this up. These dogs, I mean, you have full confidence in yours.
Now, again, y'all, you see this lady. Does it look like she's having a quiet, comfortable, calm, pleasant moment? Does this look like a pleasant experience to you? Is what she going through something that you're envious of? Are you sitting there watching her, wishing with your fingers crossed that was you? But these nutters, and this is a big reason why I say they need to stop taking these dogs into schools all across the country the way that they are. Not everybody is a weirdo freak like that. Nutters, why can't you just accept that and keep your dogs to yourself? Okay, some of us are creeped out by this type of lifestyle and behavior. Look at this woman. This woman is just infuriating to watch her wrestle and tumble around with this mutt. And for what? You can't even sit still next to the thing without it invading your space. And what is this? and they come up to you telling you that everybody's supposed to love these things. Get out of here.
It's not usually on strangers out and about. It's usually on a family member, and it can happen.
Look, I don't want no human being putting their stupid face on me like that. If it was a person doing this, I'd probably sock them. Like, man, if you don't get out of my face. So why would I want a big, stinking, hideous, deadly, deranged monster doing it? You dumb nutters. It so frustrates me how these people just don't see their own insanity. I mean, this is pure insanity, nothing less.
Like that, and you know that. I mean, you know that we're not making this up. These dogs, I mean, you have full confidence in yours there, but these dogs can...
No, she don't have full confidence. She's failing right now as a trainer. And this is supposed to be a trainer. If they're such experts, then why does she have to do all of this to keep this thing calm? So you have to be a trainer to own one of these? Because you got to do all this wrestling and fidgeting and cover its eyes and what is you doing anyways? Lord. Now, you see how she's dealing with this thing? That adds credit to my argument that these things are mutants. And listen, that's not my argument. That's not my opinion. That's an irrefutable fact. And these things are more mutated than other breeds. Bully breeds are simply dogs that are more mutated than other dogs. And with mutants comes aggression. Increased aggression is quite often accompanied or goes hand in hand alongside with aggression. And he actually mentions it. Listen to this.
Making this up. These dogs, I mean, you have full confidence in yours there, but these dogs can turn on a dime, as you say in America. And when they do, they are huge. I mean, that one weighs about 9 stone, which is, you know, like a young adult male. They have incredibly strong jaws. They have incredibly strong jaws.
Actually 10 stone.
10 stone, thank you. And they have incredibly strong jaws, which when they bite down...
And she sits there and kisses it. Bending over backwards, trying to prove a point. Setting a horrible example, especially as a trainer. Seeing that her peers, several dog trainers, have warned, say you should never do that. She sits on camera and does it. Does she seem like some type of expert at handling these things? Not at all. She seems just as worthless as any other dingbat who would have went out and acquired one of these things. Sitting here looking just as foolish as all get up.
Can crush bone. If they do turn, and they do, they're very dangerous.
So if they turn, but I've dealt with more dogs than probably anybody that's speaking right now of these dogs. And I've dealt with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them over the course of 10 to 15 years. And never, ever have I seen one turn. Okay. Never have they turned on me. So if these dogs are so dangerous, why have I never seen one turn?
Okay. Now, does anybody want to respond to that? Her argument is that if these dogs are so dangerous, then why have I never seen one turn? And listen, she's talking about on herself personally. She can't be talking about other people because all of us are aware of these things attacking people. And these things attack their owners all the time. So you have seen these things turn on their owners. You have seen them attack people. Yeah, you have. And I don't know why they're trying to restrict their discussion to the dog attacking her personally. That's not the argument, people. I thought that was a mistake on part of the team here at Good Morning Britain. I thought that was a mistake on their part to sit there and argue whether or not this dog will attack her. That's not the point. And that's what the trainer's sitting here arguing too. That's not the point. Maybe it won't attack you. Let's say it won't. It don't mean it won't attack your neighbors. It don't mean it won't attack your nieces, nephews, and other people who might come to your home or walk in front of your home or attack somebody while you go take it walking. And how do you take this thing walking exactly? Even if you got just one dog, if it's this dog, then it's walking you, ma'am. That's the point. It's not all about it attacking you personally, dingbat.
If they do turn, and they do, they're very dangerous.
So if they turn, but I've dealt with more dogs than probably anybody that's speaking right now of these dogs. And I've dealt with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them over the course of 10 to 15 years.
And you should just consider yourself lucky if you've never been attacked, because you could be lying.
And never, ever have I seen one turn. Okay. Never have they...
Listen, that's a failed argument, nutters. I need y'all to stop trying to make this argument. I'm sorry for the people who tired of me banging on about this, but I want to make this clear to these nutters. Stop with that goofy brain dead argument. You all know it's a failed argument. I have no idea why y'all keep going on and on about it. Oh, I've never personally seen it. It's never attacked me personally. Shut up. Many of us have never been attacked personally. That don't mean we as dumb as you. Not to be surrounded or I've never been attacked, so let me go sacrifice myself to them. Oh, let's continue. Let me not get started.
They turned on me. So if these dogs are so dangerous, why have I never seen one turn?
Isn't that low? I'm sorry. Isn't that a low IQ statement? Isn't, in general, what we're looking at is a low IQ, a failure to be able to reason and think, rationalize, deal with facts? Isn't this a cognitive problem? Now, maybe she's faking the funk because she makes so much money off this. Apparently, she has sold hundreds of these things. Maybe she knows that everything we're saying is true. And if that's the case, I don't care. I still have a problem with you up here knowingly lying. I don't care if you're knowingly lying or not. You're putting out false information. Okay? And you're a horrible example.
I can just speak about these dogs. Now, again, there's a lot. Hold on. Can I just...
And another thing, with these trainers, these people are some of the biggest lunatics. Listen, I don't want anybody putting their hand on my face constantly. So what makes y'all think y'all can just do it to dogs anytime? They might attack you one of these days. Several times y'all do get attacked doing that nonsense. And why do you keep doing that? What makes you think? I'm just looking at the inconsiderate character of the pit nutters themselves. Understand, quite often, they will be very inconsiderate towards their own useless, worthless, good-for-nothing mutts. They just can't stop being inconsiderate towards others. That's the problem. And that's why we need to be separated from them.
Finish real quick.
Yeah, of course.
There's a lot of speculation about these breeds that are getting deemed American Bully. And so I don't really want to get into a huge debate about what the breed of these dogs that are doing these attacks are. A lot of them don't look like this dog. So also defining the actual breed is super important too. But I can tell you these dogs, they're not attacking.
How would you...
She said these dogs are not attacking. What is she talking about? They just sat there. Wait a minute. They just sat there and explained to her that 70% of fatalities were by these dogs. What is she talking about? Some of you follow the news. I think it was just last night. Another child, I think it was a baby, was attacked by what? An XL bully. And what else is she talking about? Did you hear what she said? She said that they're being mislabeled. She's saying that the American Pit Bull Terrier is different from this. She's projecting the XL bully as soft, gentle. And the real problem is the normal pit bull. This is crazy to me. Listen, let me back it up.
Debate about what the breed of these dogs that are doing. Can I just finish real quick?
Yeah, of course.
There's a lot of speculation about these breeds that are getting deemed American Bully. And so I don't really want to get into a...
Breeds that are getting deemed American Bully. No, they're not. They're getting deemed XL Bully. So that, she lost me there when she said that. I don't know what she's talking about. People have not been saying, hey, look at that American Bully. Look at that. They've been saying XL Bully over there in the UK. Totally lost me there. But she continued.
Huge debate about what the breed of these dogs that are doing these attacks are. A lot of them don't look like this dog.
Yeah, the other ones are smaller. XL, extra large. It's an extra large bully breed. So what are you saying? The extra large bully breeds are not as dangerous as the small ones? Is that your argument? Listen, man, that's what I thought her argument was. Now, I might be misunderstanding her. If I'm misunderstanding her, please correct me in the chat room. Please correct me in the chat room or in the comment section if I'm misunderstanding what she's saying. That's what it sounds like she's saying, and that does not make sense at all. If the American Bully is dangerous, why wouldn't the extra large version of it not be dangerous? Why wouldn't it be more dangerous? Okay, let's continue. Wow.
So also defining the actual breed is super important too. But I can tell you these dogs, they're not attacking.
How would you define that one?
Why would she say that? I'm sorry, that was crazy. They're like, hey, and there's a lot of attacks there in the UK. It's not like they have a small number of attacks. For their population, they have a lot of dog attacks over there. And if the XL bully responsible for some 70% or even half of them, making up 1% of the total dog population, that is insane statistics. And she sits there and says, these dogs are not attacking. They're not attacking. Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. They're not attacking. That's basically what she's saying. That's straight up meth head, crackhead stuff.
In terms of breed.
This is a American bully.
Right. So
An XL bully isn't really a breed.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. She asked her, what is your dog, basically? That's what the journalist asked this woman. How would you define your dog? She was sitting here talking about the difference between XL bullies and other bully breeds.
They're not attacking.
How would you define that one in terms of breed?
This is a American bully.
Right.
And she sat there and denied that it was an XL bully. She was about to say XL bully. Did y'all see that? Watch her lips. She was about to say it's an XL bully.
In terms of breed.
This is a...
You saw that? She's about to say XL bully. And then she lied. So this is why I said she's lying. This is why I called her a liar. Because she got busted in a lie. Ma'am, this whole show is about XL bullies. They got XL bully written right here, bottom of the screen, right under her face. And she sat there on camera with this giant bully breed and denied that it was an XL bully. And we really don't care if it's an XL bully or an American bully. They all need to be banned. And if that is just an American bully and not an extra large bully, then I would hate to see how large an extra large bully is. One of these brainless people, man, where it's like, you can tell like their brain is not fully developed. Like as a baby or something, their brain stopped developing at a very early age, man. I'm not trying to be funny. These people have cognitive problems.
American bully.
Right. So.
And then she slapped it. Why do y'all deal with dogs? Why do y'all handle dogs like that? If I had a pet, it wouldn't be a dog. I wouldn't be slapping it all the time and like y'all be doing with these mutants. What is wrong with y'all? Putting my hands in that pet's face, and what is that? And that's why they don't like cats. They try to do that stupid nonsense to a cat will slap them. They're not gonna sit there unless they're playing. So she slapped this thing, and look at how she got scared. She got nervous after it jumped up. Watch her jump.
American bully.
Well, look.
Right. So.
Right. Does she look relaxed to you? Does she look calm to you? Huh? Does she look relaxed? No. She on edge. Her nerves are through the roof. I can guarantee that. If you were to test her blood pressure, I guarantee her blood pressure is up.
This is a American bully.
Right. So
An XL bully isn't really a breed. This is an American bully.
Okay. So Dr. Lawrence Newport, why do you think that she's wrong?
I think there's a variety of statistics here that are pretty concerning. So you've already said about over 70% of deaths since 2021. The significance of that is that the American bully was, until around about 2015, illegal in the UK because it was seen as a pit bull variant. They are from pit bull stock. In fact, many of the bloodlines of the American bully are directly in the late 80s, early 90s from fighting pit bulls. These are pit bulls that were in pit fights and would kill another dog.
They were bred to do that.
Yes.
Bred to kill. Yeah.
Originally, yes. And then what they were was then bred repeatedly over around about 30 years for various shapes and sizes. And those shapes are just different enough to not count as a pit bull in around 2015. And then, of course, they were imported quite a lot in 2018. And by the time they start hitting age of majority, 3 years old, 2021, we start seeing them reflected in the fatalities. And since then, they've been responsible for not only 70%, but in 2022, the largest single year on record of deaths to dogs in this country ever.
Why do they turn? She says her...
Now, before we go to his next question, I want to say something in response to what he just explained. Now, if what he says is true, if what he just said is true, then that means it does not matter that the Bully XL was growing in popularity faster than other breeds. That's irrelevant. That's not a comeback. That's not an argument at all. The fact that it rose in popularity faster than other breeds is irrelevant. If it still only counts for 1% of the dog population, that is extremely disproportionate. If it were no more dangerous than other dogs, it wouldn't produce statistics. It wouldn't stand out in the statistics like that. It's that simple. That's not hard to understand.
Why do they turn? She says hers never have, and we have to take her word for that, but they do turn.
Now, this is the question that disappointed me. I'm going to go ahead and say that now. Of course, he disappointed me with this answer.
Why?
It's really difficult. It depends on the different situations. I mean, the Birmingham attack, for instance, was triggered by an 11-year-old girl running past a dog. So really
That was the attack a couple of weeks ago, where the girl, I think, was bitten on the arm.
Yes.
And she said that she thought that they should be banned. And in fact, it was
No. Now, we sat here and we listened to that girl's testimony, didn't we? That was in Birmingham, right? We sat and listened to her testimony. She did not say she was running. That's not what she said. Let me see if I can find it. Wait a minute. Girl, Birmingham. Bully. No. Let me see. Interview. Let's do interview. Because she gave interviews. Okay, of course, now I can't find it. If anybody is able to find that video, could you share it with me, please? The actual testimony of what that girl said. From what I heard, from what I remember, she was not running. She said she was standing in that store. She was just standing in that store. And she said she looked and the dog looked at her. And she said she got scared and it just attacked her. Okay, that's what she said. I didn't hear nothing about her running. And even if she was running, we can run. We can run. It don't matter if she was running. It does a disservice to say that stuff like this triggered the attack. No, this is nothing. If an 11-year-old is running and an 11-year-old is attacked, then that 11-year-old was attacked for nothing. And that 11-year-old did nothing. Nothing at all. Tell me we don't have the freedom to run. Our kids don't have the freedom to run. They're subjected to a possible attack if they run. Then what is my tax dollars paying for if it's not to protect me, protect my right to run? Y'all know these things need to go. Y'all just playing dumb right now.
The wake of that attack, that you successfully got the ban, proved by the Prime Minister.
Well, the footage there also shows that this dog wasn't responding to being scared or frightened.
And it's very unlikely that 11-year-old girl was running in an environment like this, where there are so many people, where it's this congested out there. Very doubtful. And, anybody dumb enough to bring a Bully XL in a place like this, where there's so many people, they were very unstable mentally.
Or beaten or anything like this, and it was chasing after people. Mm-hmm. There's also the case that...
Wait a minute.
50% of dogs in this country, 50% of American bullies in this country appear to come from Killer Kimbo, one single highly inbred version of this dog. It's so inbred it has the same great-grandfather 4 times over. These are fighting dogs bred originally from fighting stock. And so we shouldn't be surprised if they act
Okay,
in
so
that way.
what?
So we should not be surprised if they're acting that way. That's the whole point. They were bred for fighting, bred to attack. That's what they have a desire for. And when they actually do launch an attack, they feel far better during the attack than any other breed. They feel far better during the attack than any other breed. They get a bigger high launching an attack than other breeds and think they're more capable of far more damage, far more muscular, more powerful. That's why this idea that people will move on to a Doberman Pinscher and use them as fighting breed is nonsense. If they go from dog to dog for dog fighting, they'll all be bully breeds.
Do you say? I mean, Catherine's still there. They're at Bossy Kennels, and you know the dog is simply playful, but it's a massive dog. But what do you say when Catherine says, you know, of the hundreds that she's responsible for over in this country, she doesn't know of one that has turned on its owner or attacked anybody?
Now, she didn't say that. She said it hasn't attacked her personally. Nobody talked about whether or not she's seen these things attack. What? Actually, she did say that. She said these dogs are not I stand corrected. Yes, she did. I'm sorry, but you know, I almost forgot that she said something that ridiculous. She said these dogs are not attacking. So I stand corrected. Yes, she did. So let's continue with that. Okay, sorry about that. My bad.
Turned on its owner or attacked anybody. It is not the dog's problem. It is not the owners that she's dealing with. It must be other owners who are doing the wrong thing, not looking after their dogs properly.
So if it was the owner, you would expect we wouldn't have several of those who have died were experienced dog handlers. For example, these were not people who we would expect to be a textbook example of someone we might call.
Many people who've been attacked have been experienced dog handlers. Now what? Oops. You didn't expect them to say that, did you? Not only been dog handlers, it's been people who've dealt with dogs for just as long as she has and longer, who have not only been maimed, but killed. These people get attacked all the time. Listen, I listen to these people. I listen to them all the time. And many of them will say, hey, we as trainers are very familiar with being bitten. I'm pretty sure we've all been bitten. I've heard all of them say this. When you talk to these workers at shelters, people who work with dogs in this, they've usually have been bitten at some point in their life. Like I said, I shared those statistics where they pointed out how before age 13, over about 50% of Americans have been bitten by a dog by the age of 13. 50%.
A bad owner. They were either owners of kennels or experienced dog handlers like dog walkers, etc. This isn't what we would expect to see. If it was the owner, you would expect to see many different large breeds reflected. For example, you can't find, despite weighing 80 kilos, you cannot find a Great Dane that's killed someone in the UK.
He slaughtered her with these points. He decimated her with these points. Decimated her. If it's all about irresponsible dog owners, then where are the irresponsible dog owners of Great Danes and but really Great Danes are bully breeds too. But I don't know, maybe they're not quite as recessive. I don't really know the science behind these dogs like that. But you have St. Bernards are dangerous too. All those large dogs are dangerous. They'll all launch an attack. They just don't produce statistics because that's not specifically what they were bred for. But they all have that violence in them, that same brainlessness in them. Attack anything for nothing in them. You know, they are equally dangerous, all of them. It's all about how much damage they're able to inflict. Right? And that's really irrelevant too, when they can infect you with such crazy diseases.
Kilos, you cannot find a Great Dane that's killed someone in the UK ever.
That's a really significant point. Catherine, there are equally big dogs, perhaps even bigger, but they're not responsible for the maulings and deaths that dog...
So how could it be irresponsible owners? Where are the irresponsible owners of other breeds? Where are they at? Y'all all equally irresponsible and incapable of controlling these things. So the attacks we see is a true reflection of the dog's aggression levels. As simple as that. I mean, look at the girth of this thing. If this thing attacked her, there's nothing she could do. Nothing. This thing could kill her easily by itself. No matter what you say, for you to be cooped up inside of a home with that thing, you are stupid. You're stupid. And I would hate it if you were my neighbor. I would view you as my enemy, 100%. Okay? I gotta move away from these people.
Your dog type is?
Yeah, I hear what you're saying 100%. But I have to kind of revert back to the point that, is he saying that this dog could turn on me at any second and it's going to?
It could. Whether it's going to or not, we don't know. Yeah, it could. You don't have control over this thing's brain, you idiot. And yeah, you're exactly the type of person to get attacked. The way you handle these things. Shut up. You ain't got magic power. Shut up, man. You don't control this thing's brain. You don't know what it's going to do. Just like it's doing stuff now that you don't want it to do. What makes you think it can't just bite your face off? You clearly didn't want it all up. You were putting your hand in his face trying to get it to calm down and all this stuff. Y'all always wrestling with these things, trying to get them to be still or behave themselves. What are you talking about? You failed to stop them from doing so many things. Why should we believe you can prevent them from attacking you or anybody else? It ain't all about you being attacked. It's about other people being attacked. Like I said, this thing can drag you to any target, to any victim. Did y'all notice that? She's just talking about the possibility of her personally being attacked. Do not give these people opportunity to be selfish. Okay, we know how selfish they are. They only think about themselves.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying 100%. But I have to kind of revert back to the point that, is he saying that this dog could turn on me at any second and it's going to? Because I would challenge anybody to come out here and you couldn't get this dog to do something aggressive. So you have to kind of look at, okay, then what is the problem? If you ban...
That's dangerously arrogant. That's dangerously stupid. To think you possess that much power over the brain of creatures that have a very impressive track record of attacks on humans. I don't know what makes her think she's special and anything different from the people who've been attacked by these things, who've dealt with these things, handled them just as long as she has. The thing is, after discovering the statistics, she should have simply turned against this lifestyle. That would have been the mature and intelligent thing to do. But she decided to go through with the scam in the business of selling them for profit. And she might be into some other things with these things. Okay. But one thing we know, she sacrificed her own safety. And she sacrificed the safety and lives of her neighbors. And I'm saying these people should not have such a right to put other people in danger. They should not. We regulate other things. We definitely should regulate things that got a brain of their own, and we know what they were bred for. We know what the brain is bred for.
And XL bullies, just like pit bulls were banned or the next breed, it's just going to be another breed. Another breed is going to make the top of the list, right? And the wrong people are going to get those dogs, do the wrong things with them, and then are you going to ban that breed? And then the next breed, and the next breed, and so on and so forth. There are other powerful, strong dog breeds. I understand that Great Danes may not, but there are other powerful strong dog breeds like this that people will get if they want to get them as a fashion accessory.
Yeah, that's why they should all be banned. All the ones like that, all large dogs, but definitely all fighting dogs. There's no reason to have fighting dogs in a society. In any even halfway decent society would not have fighting dogs. Nowhere to be found in their territory at all. And if anybody saw one, you know, the law enforcement would be called immediately and it would be neutralized in an even halfway decent society.
Or they want to get these dogs for the wrong reasons, they will get them. This ban punishes the responsible owners. It doesn't hold the irresponsible people accountable for their actions.
Although, as you were saying, Dr. Lawrence Newport, a lot of those who are victims are actually responsible dog owners. They're not who you might consider.
What is a responsible dog owner? What is that? What do they do exactly? Do they do what she's been doing here on camera? She's supposed to be the highest of the high, the greatest example of a responsible dog owner. Yet we sit here watching her struggle, fighting with this thing. Stop it. She's under the mercy of this thing. And she knows it. It can kill her at any moment. She sacrificed her life for it on a daily basis, and we all know it. Stop playing dumb.
Irresponsible who'd bred their dogs, perhaps, or trained them to fight.
Or their children.
It's also the case that it took 25 years, nearly 30 years, to breed a dog of this level of danger. And in fact, our pit bull ban has been highly successful. We've had very low fatalities.
Right.
The only
Wait a
time
minute. No, you haven't. Not in the UK. No. Thousands is not low. I don't care if you got millions of it, just like the United States. 5 million is not low. Especially when you consider it's most likely 1/3 to 1/4 of all actual bites. So no, stop that.
had a huge spike is when we let in another pit bull variant, the American Bully.
Catherine, just...
Bully breeds is the problem. Nobody gonna go from fighting bully breeds to fighting poodles. Okay, German Shepherds are dangerous, should be banned as well. Dobermans, Labs can be dangerous. They are dangerous. They attack too. They kill. But these are much different. They're much more mutated. They're so mutated they look bad, like they look immoral, like whoever made it, whoever responsible for mutating it, is very immoral.
Just to finish with, would you agree with me?
You produce something that looked like this, shame on you. Shame on you. To produce something that this mutated and deformed is so bad. It's immoral. It's immoral. And then we find out these things have multiple health issues, health problems, because of how mutated they are. And we get off on keeping them in existence in this as mutants that attacking us is crazy.
Tell me if you don't, that the logic of your argument here, and of course you have a vested interest because you make money out of breeding these dogs and selling them here in the UK in their hundreds, but the logic of your argument is very similar to the gun lobby in your country, which argues that it's not the guns themselves which shoot and kill people, it's the owners of the guns. Would you agree that there's a strong parallel between the gun lobby argument and your argument?
No, I mean, I wouldn't agree. I wouldn't compare these dogs to guns. Again, it's so funny that there's so many experts in these dogs, but they haven't put their hands on the dogs like I have. They're not the dog.
And I won't. I don't need to. We don't need to. We've dealt with dogs. Many of us have been attacked. We don't need to be rubbing and kissing and hugging on them like you. No, thank you. I don't need to do all that. Put my hands on it to know that this is a deranged, deadly mutant? I mean, what is wrong with you? You talking like a crackhead, man. All right, this is good. This woman is annoying, man. What's going on in the chat room? Like, I'm done with her already. She's been talking too long already. This is crazy. What is she talking about? We ain't got to touch that mutt. What are you talking about? Boy, oh boy. Man, she's tweaked up for this interview. All right, let's continue.
Dogs, but they haven't put their hands on the dogs like I have. They're not the dogs that I know and I have.
So we gotta kiss them like her first, right? Then we'll understand. Yeah, what's supposed to happen when we do that? When we put our hands on it, ma'am? What's supposed to happen? Is there some magic supposed to take place? Oh, Lord.
The experience with. So no, I don't think these dogs are similar to guns. I think the problem here is irresponsible owners of these dogs getting dogs for the wrong reasons. And if it's not the bully, if it's not the pit bull, it's going to be the American bulldog. It's going to be the Cane Corso. It's going to be the Mastiff. It's going to be the Doberman Pinscher. And you're going to have to ban all of those breeds, because if there was a problem with this breed, there are over 100,000 of these dogs in England. You would see a lot more issues, a lot more than what you're seeing. And
all right, Catherine.
I can only speak with the dogs that I know and experience. I can't speak with these dogs that are doing these things. I don't have the knowledge of what the circumstances that surround them are. But I can tell you that my experience with these dogs, and it's not limited, it's far extensive beyond,
all right,
with due respect, the announcers and beyond the guy doing the research.
Catherine,
oh, Lord. Oh, I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it. Okay? I don't want to say it. I'm not going to say it. Let's just move on.
I've yet to have.
Catherine, we're out of time. Thank you very much for staying up so late in LA to be with us at our breakfast time.
Yeah,
when will the change in the law come in this country?
The announcement appeared to be that it would start from December or January, and there'll be a year's amnesty time for people to sign up and register their dogs.
Got it.
Yeah, and it will be essentially useless. You know? That's why people over here in the United States complaining. This woman right here, as you just heard, is in the United States. So why does she even care? It's just something to talk about. They understand that it's just a big promotion of these things. You saw her, that's why she got on camera with it. That was the reason why she got on camera with it, to try to promote it. And the ban itself is just a big promotion of bully breeds. And you're going to see more people in the UK as a result with bully breeds. Maybe just not Bully XL. So they do this. It's like this big stunt, big show. You know, like put on a big show, project it, get the best of both worlds. Project to you that they're of high morals and concerned about safety. And at the same time, cater to the dog world, not inconvenience the dog world. Like, hey, you can't have an XL bully, but you can have all the other bully breeds. They're just as deadly. You know, what do you care, right? And they don't care. I'm telling y'all, these Bully XL rallies and stuff, they don't really care. It's just something for them to complain about. They know they're going to still have all the deadly dogs they want. They know this is not a ban against dangerous dogs. Okay, so maybe we're not there yet where we want to be, but maybe we're getting closer to that, right? Yeah, people were talking about the guy in Sunderland, XL bully attack, where a guy was killed. I think somebody mentioned it in the chat room. Big shout out to everybody. Chopping it up early in the morning here. Man, it's 9:35. What in the world? What am I doing up? I didn't even check the okay. Wow, I've been on here hours. Got on here at 8:30. What in the world? XL bully attack in Sunderland. Man mauled to death, named as Gentle Dad, out walking his dog. Again, you have a case where people are like a magnet for dogs when they walk their dog. More so with people who don't have bully breeds. at a high risk of being attacked out the blue by a bully breed. They'll just charge right after them and start attacking them. And the owners of the dogs will always physically try to get that bully breed off. Sometimes that bully breed start mauling the owner, and this man was killed. Neighbors told paramedics, fought to save the 54-year-old, died being attacked while out walking his puppy. There you go. So these things are killers. Just flat out, simple as that. And they're killing. It really doesn't matter that there's 80 million dogs. That's irrelevant. Like here in the United States, for an example. They'll mention how many dogs there are as if that's why we should excuse the number of attacks that we have. But the attacks are through the roof. The attacks are unbelievably high. They're not low in any stretch of the imagination at all. In any way. There's no way you can manipulate dog attack statistics and project them as something that's rare. No way possible. Because that 5 million, like I said, for a long time, that's just 1 year. That means in 2 years, 10 million people done been bitten. 3 years, 15. How many do you think there would be after a decade? 10 years ain't that long. What you talking about? We live for multiple decades on average in our lifetime. How many people do you think have been, and these are just the reports now, in the span of 10 years? That's a lot, even given our population. Now, what is this? Police investigate postman attack horror. All right, postman is frightened to do his job. Listen to this. People being killed, terrorized, frightened to go outside. This man talking, oh, I can't step outside. Dogs growling at me. People don't want to listen to the terrorism that we talk about here, man, that we go over here. We literally deal with terrorism. Crazy, 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 crazy. We need dog-free societies. Flat out, simple as that. We should have been had it. Should have had it a long time ago. What are we waiting for? All right, dog-free societies right now. I need to enjoy life away from these things. I need to know what it feels like. I have to experience that. He said he knocked at the door with a partial and he could hear a dog barking inside. The dog's owner opened the front door wide without any caution, and the dog charged out, jumped up, bit me on my side. Dog started chasing me, growling and barking as I backed away. Owner said a very dismissive sorry and shut the door in my face. Wow. You should have gave him a dismissive punch. No, let me not say that. I'm sure you still got your job. You probably would have lost your job if you punched him in the face. But some people wouldn't have been able to hold themselves back after something like that. That's why I say these post office workers should be armed. Their life is always threatened. Everybody who does delivery work, in my opinion, should be armed just like the cops. The cops are armed, and what do you see them doing? Shooting dogs all the time in self-defense. Whereas with these postal workers, some of them getting killed. They're getting permanently disfigured. They get mutilated, put out of work. Nothing's happening to the dogs. Yeah, that's injustice. That's real injustice right there. So, yet another unprovoked attack. There was no reason for this dog to attack this mailman. And again, they see mailman every day. Isn't this part of the dog's of socializing the dog? Isn't this supposed to be therapeutic for the dog? Y'all say this is socializing, right? It's worthless if the dog attacking everybody it sees. How's that supposed to benefit the dog? You just make it want to keep attacking people. And then what? If we defend ourselves, it's going to then feel hostile towards humans when it was the one attacking us for no reason in the first place. Then you claim if we hit them in self-defense, it's going to traumatize the dog and make it dislike, get out of here. Thank you for all that crazy information. Right? So that's why these things should be banned. I mean, look at this thing. That's very immoral to have created something like this, knowing that that it looks and acts the way it does because it's so mutated. That is extremely immoral. Let's just be honest, deal with it for what it is. That's extremely immoral for this to even have happened. You understand? Oh God. What were you thinking? Whoever sat in the lab and thought to make something like this? But what were you thinking? And why, after you made it, didn't you put an end to it? What on earth made you want to breed it to produce puppies? Bro, if I create something like this, all my experimenting is over. Okay, man charged after dog attacks 20-month-old child in Greenwich. Bully XL. Yeah, so the Bully XLs in there, over there in the UK, until they die out, they're going to be launching attacks like this. Okay, ma'am, what do you have to say about that? You just said that these Bully XLs are not attacking. Isn't that what you said? Yes, it is. Sat there and said, these dogs are not attacking. So you knew I was going to bring up an example. And it's a recent example, ma'am. It's not old news. It surfaced yesterday. 20-month-old attacked by Bully XL. Now, a 20-month-old, that was not the owner. Just like, you're the owner of that dog. You claim that it won't attack you. Hey, let's say it won't. That does not mean it won't attack someone else. And you know it. You know it. You claim to not know anybody who's been attacked by one. Okay, but if one did try to attack, I doubt you'd be able to stop it. Let's be honest here. Yeah. She's sitting next to that thing and it's dwarfing her. Girth off the map. Now, is this that same woman? Yeah, it is. I think she dyed her hair or something. This is that girl. I guess they've been sentenced. Get them away from us. Grisly new details emerge in deadly February dog attack. When the firemen came out, they had the axes. I think this is that same case. Is it? If I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Yeah. Study. Yep. Another neighbor tried to end this. Rake. Okay. Yeah. So this is a long article. But this is that story. So I don't even know what happened. Snyder returned to court. They face like 10 years, if I'm not mistaken. Or their sentence is bad. If I don't know what they're pleading. I'm curious. Is that no, that's not them. This is a different couple. Lord, I don't even remember these people. I recall him. I don't even remember this case. Lord, I have to check this out. That is her. I'll check this out later. Oh my goodness. This is horrible. This is a horrible story right here. Boy over there in the UK It's a state of emergency over there, man. I don't know what y'all waiting on. A ban on the Bully XL. That's not enough. That's not enough for any country. What are any of us thinking? Just tolerate these things? No. Y'all remember? I think this was that girl who was mauled by 3 dogs over there in that field, and somebody filmed it, and it went viral on social media. And she on here talking about how she felt like she was gonna die, and how it was her biggest fear that somebody would have just sat there and filmed her death. Like, what if she was like, I thought I was about to die, to be killed. And then I find out that there were people just sitting there filming it. Were you about to just film me get killed too? But she was talking about how there was so much fear. These people are so terrorized, man. Okay, that's basically what I'm trying to say. These people, and it's plain as day. This is real bona fide, true, genuine terrorism. She said the hardest thing was knowing that somebody recorded it. I thought I was going to die. So it's like, were you going to record it until it had died? Yes. That's what they do. That is what they do. People, when dogs attack, when bully breeds attack, people run away. Most people run away. Every now and then you get somebody, who'll be the hero, but most people run away. They panic. Because most of them only heard about these things launching attacks, so when they actually see it, they don't want no parts of it. That's why there in the UK you saw so many people running away from it. That guy was terrified running away. Guy who was attacked. Said, knowing that people can watch the thing that ruined my life. It's real bad too. She's talking about her nerve damage that she have. Her arm is almost like immobile. Ugh, it's terrible. It's terrible. She said, okay, her right arm, no longer mobile. She's not able to play rugby or her violin. Rugby or her violin. Wow. She says she can't feel half of her hand. And the other half is just in excruciating permanent pain. Because it is nerve damage. It feels like my arm is on fire every day. Wow. And understand, she still might not survive that attack. Apparently, people still can die a month later. This is what it is. This sounds bad to me. I don't know about anybody else. This is as bad as it gets. Real terrorism, and it just ruined their life. Oh yeah, we need dog-free societies everywhere. I don't know how we're gonna gate our community. It's gonna have to be a gate with armed guards. That's a shame. That's a shame when it's so easy to just get rid of them. And that'd be the smart thing to do. You better make friends with rabbits or something. Something harmless, something truly harmless. Wow. As for long-term impact for prognosis, 18 months. Oh, man, please. Oh, man, please. And she's sitting up here talking, these dogs are not attacking. What in the world? This surfaced a few hours ago, like an hour ago or so. A couple hours ago. Man left with, is this that same story? I hope so. No, it's a different one. This guy was 44 years old. Maple Terrace in Shiny Row. Okay, it's the Sunderland attack. A man in his 50s taking the... Okay, it's the same story. My bad. Sorry about that. Okay, good. My goodness. Because I only got recent stories. You know, I look for recent attacks of X, and there's a lot more recent. If I even go back a week, I can get a lot more than I just did. XL bully attacks. XL, these things always launching attacks. Like, why would you... That's disrespectful to say that these things are not attacking after they give you the statistics on the attacks. You know, it may not have been intentional. I'm not saying it was intentional. It could have been, you know, unintentional, but that was kind of borderline disrespectful. They're not attacking. Okay, ma'am. Whatever you say, ma'am. I can't debate these people. I'm sorry. I won't be able to debate these people. I'm sorry. Now, another thing I want to point out, and this is sad. Animal Uncontrol did an interview with the creator of dogsbite.org. Now, do y'all think an interview with the creator of dogsbite.org would be something that would go viral in the media? You know how we go, how I'll pull up Google search and search the news, and it'll be multiple articles and videos sometimes of the story. Is that something do y'all think would go viral? Doesn't it seem like something that should go viral? And they do this to all of us. I've been pointing this out for years. I know I'm not the only one that noticed this. They blackball us. The media essentially blackballs us. We are a good story. We're a massive story to write about. And they know it for any media outlet. The anti-dog community, look, we're coming for you. You can ignore us for now. Hey, we're just going to sit back and watch. We'll see how long you can ignore us. Because this is bad. The creator of dogsbite.org, we've made videos that should have gone viral so long ago, but they'll push videos like this. These videos get a push. Okay, now maybe I need to upgrade my thing, because I don't have, at least I don't think I have a check. What is that? Is that something you gotta verify? You gotta get that? Well, maybe I am. I don't know. Maybe I am. No, I don't have a check. Maybe you get a push if you get a check. But we get blackballed. We get blackballed. There'll be a few media outlets who will write about us. It'll be a few of them. But for the most part, we get blackballed. You're not going to see like multiple articles like that of them talking about the anti-dog. They'll talk about the pro-dog community all day and night. That's all they talk about. The media itself is pro-dog for the most part. You got a couple rogue outlets. For the most part, pro-dog. But anti-dog, nah. And that's why pro-dog people walk around like they're the only people in the world. And they have so much inconsideration, or they're so inconsiderate towards us. Like, hey, we are all that matters. You know, society, laws cater to us, not y'all. So they don't care. So, yeah, that's problematic. Shout out to everybody. Man, these live streams are going by fast. It's going by fast. The dog, my oh Lord, no. Oh man, this is it's too much a part of their culture, their spirit, their energy. It's so much dog in it. It's not going nowhere. I've accepted that. So, but in response, the best thing you can do is have a dog-free society. It's the best thing we can do. Okay, we got to start making it. We need it. We need it so bad. I can't take it no more. We can't reform these people. It would be nice. But listen, let me not be so negative. Yet let me correct myself. Let me not be so negative. Because our numbers are growing. Let's be positive here. Our numbers are growing. Yes, it's bad. But like I said, once you go anti-dog, you never go back. We've managed to help convert a lot of other people who used to be dog lovers. The dog lovers can't really say that. They can't say that they converted somebody. Even the people who go anti-pit, they never go back to being pro-pit. You see? So they do have a drop-off, a decline rate. We don't. Yeah, so take that. Suckers. Shout out to everybody able to join me on this hump day. And I hope to see you on the next live stream as we continue with this crusade.